Howdy y'all, it's Kathy from RustPaperScissors, and I'm here today with another Halloween journal that I wanted to do a flip through for. This will be listed in my Etsy shop. It's a little journal with a little black velvet, kind of like a witch's pouch with some items in it, and then it also has a policy, I think that's called a policy envelope. I made it out of a file folder, and it has some tags inside, and I'll show that at the end of the video. But I just wanted to show this first. It's just a little video. Let me so maybe we can see a little bit better. The journal is approximately 5 by 7. It has one signature. Let's see, I added a little, what I call a bone collector tassel on the side. It's just a little plastic skeleton that I deconstructed and added to the side. It features a bookmark, and on the back, this is just a little tag that I made. This is a metal tag that I rusted, and then I just added this little scene from my Cricut. It's a witch's hat, the witch's shoes, and a broom, and then it says a little essentials, and then it's got a some ribbon twist paper and some corrugated cardboard, and then, like I say, just this little black witch's pouch is attached on the side. It is held together with a little bulldog clip with chain, and then I added a little, what I call a crystal ball. This one is, it's not clear. I don't know what to call it, but it has some kind of like, it's not clear. It's the best way to describe it. So that hangs down. So this is what the journal looks like. The tassel is removable. You could put it on the side if you wanted. If you wanted the bookmark in the front and the tag on the side, that's not done very well, but you could do it that way. So that's just an idea, but it is removable, and I'll just take that off. And then, so the theme of this journal was kind of like a witch's companion. And I mentioned in my other videos that I've been struggling a little bit with creativity, and I think I realized that it was a little bit easier. Let me zoom back in. Once I decided maybe what my theme was. So in this one I decided it was going to be a witch's companion or a witch's journal. And when I went through my ephemera, it was easier to pull out things that went with that kind of theme. So I just wanted to mention that if you're new to junk journaling or making journals, you might want to consider, what your theme is, and then as you're building your journal, it's easier to add the ephemera. I do love Halloween, and I just want to say, and I think it's evident that this is just for fun. It's not any way, meant to be the occult, or it's just fun and a little witch's theme. Let's go inside and we'll look inside. I'm going to go on and take this pouch off so it'll be a little easier to see. But the front is just a digital, and then it has a little book plate on there that says journal. You could change that out if you wanted. And then on the inside, I did it a little different. It's one signature. The signature is, the cover of the signature is some corrugated cardboard. I added a little metal sign, I guess, or word onto the journal to make it a tuck spot. So I like that. It says beware. And then this is just a little tag that I made. I did a video just the other day on making these tags and using the Avery template, the comes with the Avery, on the Avery website. Excuse me, I'm stumbling. And so this was just one that I made, and I liked putting it on here, just showing that, this was a tuck spot, and it just fits in there on the side. And then I know sometimes people sign their journals. I have never been brave enough to do that, but this time I thought, well, I might do that. I'm not sure if this is coming into focus. This is just a little clip art that I found, and it says, it's just a bunch of hocus pocus. There it is. And just a reminder that this is just for fun. And then I wrote Happy Halloween on the back, and I signed it. I'm going to put the date and sign it again, with my last name. So I just added that there just as a little reminder that this is fun. I also wanted to mention, growing up in the 60s, the big television event was once a year they would play The Wizard of Oz. And, it was a big deal. We loved to get to watch it. I don't like monkeys to this day because of the flying monkeys. They scared me really bad when I was a child. So I didn't like the monkeys, but I loved the movie. And in fact, two of my favorite quotes come from The Wizard of Oz. The first is, hearts will never be practical until they can be made unbreakable. And then the other quote is, some people without brains do an awful lot of talking. And so those are my two favorite quotes. But I found this picture of Elmira Gulch, or the Wicked Witch of the West, and I wanted to include her. I added it with a rusted treasury tag. It just makes it easy, it moves around. And then when I was just creating the theme, thinking about the witch, I remembered Glinda, the witch, saying, "Are you a good witch or a bad witch?" And so I just added good witch or bad witch onto the back of this tag, and I thought that was fun. Then again, when I was talking about, looking through your ephemera, I found these, I had made this tag, and it's, again, one of the rusted tags, and the Avery label that I used was dangerous when wet, and that just reminded me of when Dorothy threw the water on the witch and she melted. So I thought that was cute, just kind of a little, you could journal something about if you watched The Wizard of Oz or your favorite scenes or whatever. So that was just kind of my introduction to the journal. And then on the inside, this is the back of the treasury tag. You just, you anchor it on another page. And then this was just a dictionary page, and I added the label Poison. That, again, is from the Avery website. And then, as I mentioned in all my journals, most of the ephemera is removable, or you could change it out. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. My journals are very blank. I leave it for you to make your own. The pages are tea-dyed, and this first page is just some tracing paper, and then just some writing paper. And then this is some ledger paper. And when I have a page that you pull out, I like to put something that kind of helps you open or close the page. And so on this one, I was thinking of trying to find maybe some tarot cards and use them in like the fortune-telling aspect of the Witch's Journal. I found these, and it was just the backs of the tarot cards, so I just put that on there. I thought the colors went well with the red and the orange, so I just used that as the little pull spot for the page. And then this page is just some manuscript paper. This is some ledger paper from the 1950s, and I just folded it up at the bottom and made a little tuck spot. I added a clam clip to hold the tuck spot together. I do that in case you wanted to add more items to the tuck spot. You could have it open and you could put quite a few more items in there. But this one I just added this little laudanum tag. It's just a little tag, and I added it to the side here, and just thought that looked good. And again, this is one of the little tarot cards, and it's just blank on the back. And then this was a digital from the website, the Toad and Broomstick. It's purveyors of the finest spices, potions, and spirits. And this was called the Black Rose. And so I just added those in there. On this page, I added this little, it was just a little tag on one of the digital kits that I got, and it says castor oil. And I liked it because you could see it when the book was closed. And I did staple this one on with a rusted staple. I sell those in my shop, so I just wanted to use that. I wanted to use some examples of things that I sell in my shop, so that's why that's in there. And then this is just some blank typing paper. This is some graphed paper, and I made a tuck spot there. Again, I added a tag from the digital kit, and it just says strychnine poison. Again, I attached it with a rusty staple, and again, I like it because you can see it on the outside. So that's that. And then on this side, this is another example. Thinking about the theme, I liked the witch and the black cat, and then this one talks about fortune telling. So I had these little playing cards, and I thought, oh, it would be fun if there was some way I could utilize them in the journal. So the front was these are children's playing cards. It was a smiley face, so I covered it with a label, and then I just distressed it with some ink, and then I added the stamp on there, and I attached it to this tag with just, again, a treasury tag, and then it's just a little kind of reference to maybe fortune telling or the way a witch might use the cards. I use a lot of these. This was another digital kit that I got from Etsy, and it was a lot of dictionary words, and I liked using those. Again, they're blank on the back, just a way for you to journal on them or use them in your book. Again, I liked the theme of the fortune telling and the cards, so that's why I did that. This is just some vintage map paper. This is the bookmark, and it's just a velvet ribbon, and again, it has the little crystal balls on there that, are not clear. So that's that. And then this one opens up, and it just shows the bigger part of the map. But I added on here just this little digital, and it talks about the Haunted Mansion. And I thought it would be fun to have this on your page, and then you could pinpoint maybe the mansion was in this spot, or maybe your home address is there, and you could put it there. I thought it was a way to use the map paper. This is the other side of the graphed paper. Again, I added some tags, Halloween, trick-or-treat, jack-o'-lantern, just a little more on the fun side, and then they're held together with a ball and chain. And then this little metal rim tag that says 31, and this one says beware. So that's that. And then this is just, again, a pull out, and I added this little digital print. I love her. I think she's so cute. It says Halloween greetings, and I love the color going with the rust. I think I rusted this paper, but used rust to age it. So that's that, and then this is just the back. Again, places for you to journal. On this one, it's again that ledger paper. I added just a digital with a clam clip. Again, you could add more things. This was kind of a deconstructed little tag set that a couple of years ago I made I called them Hojo's, holiday journal inserts, and it was just describing maybe your Halloween that year, maybe you had a party, maybe you had a dinner party, or you just had a Halloween party. So I added, I gave you these metal rim tags with prompts on there that says menu or guest, what was the weather, what are your decorations, what are your traditions, and I thought you could use them on these different tags. They're blank, and so that was just a kind of a deconstructed party tag that, again, you can use it to make your own or however you want to do it. And I just put that clip up there. It's held on there with a, oops, I guess I didn't get it on there, with a, that is alligator clip. Gosh, I'm struggling today, excuse me. But I'll just put that on the top, and then we'll slip that in there, and you could use that throughout the journal any way you wanted. And then that's just, again, you could take that off. And then this was just a subway art that I found that I really liked, and so I just added it here. It says Hallows Eve, witches, black cat. I just thought it went with the vibe of the journal. On this page, I added a little metal rim tag with the word potions. You could write about what were your potions or what were your drinks or whatever at your party. And then this is the ledger paper again. And I have that. And then this is just some writing paper. And then this is just, when I think about a witch's companion or just a notebook that a witch might use, I envision a bunch of just papers thrown in there where she's written notes. And so that's what this is supposed to resemble, is just a group of papers you could add to them. This is a sewing clip. I used to sell the banker's clasp. It's the same thing, but it's just smaller and a little bigger. It would hold more papers, but they got to be too expensive, and so I found these sewing clips, and I really like them. It's just kind of like a giant paper clip. I'm thinking about selling them again in my shop. If you would leave me a message below if you're interested. If I have enough interest, I'll sell them in my shop. I tarnish them, and so I can do that if there's an interest. But I love them. I think they're a cute addition, and then they just slip on to your page. Although I struggle when the camera's rolling. But there you go, and then you just have this little witch's notes. And then the back is just plain. And then I added a little granny square triangle that I crochet those. And then this is another example of just the metal tags that I rust. And then I added just this digital print. And then on the back, I wrote private collection, and you could fill this out. And so that was that. And then this is just a little digital Salem. I always like to put something about Salem in my journals because I lived in Salem in the early 1980s. And being a little girl from Texas and moving up to New England and to Salem, it was like going to a foreign country, but I loved it. They had the witch's house and the witch's museum, and there was the official witch of Salem. So it was a lot of fun. So I like to put that in the journal. And then this is just a digital, it's about the poison apple, and it says, one taste of the poison apple, and the victim's eyes will close forever in the sleeping death. So I thought that was just fun, just a place for you to journal. So those are included. And then, like I say, the back was just the little witch's picture. Okay. And then included with the journal is this little, I call it a little witch's pouch. It's just a little black velvet bag. And then inside are some rusted elements that you could use in the journal. I sell all these in my shop, but I just wanted to give you a variety of things. Let's see, it's a rusted paper clip, a rusted alligator clip. This is called a duck clip. Here's another paper clip, some smaller paper clips. I'm out of frame, I apologize. And then I added some bulb pins. And then I added a bunch of, these are black brads, my rusted brads. I kind of hoard them, so I added the black ones because I added some metal rim tags with just maybe more spookier words like boo and wicked and theory and experiment, and I thought you could attach them with the black brads, and that would go together well. So that is included in the journal. And then, oh, there was also a, this is called a book dart. And it's just, again, a little paper clip that you can clip on the side of a page and to maybe point to where you want the focus to be. So that's included. So that's the little black pouch. And then the tags. And then also included with the journal is this policy envelope that I made. I just collaged a lot of labels from a digital kit, and then I added the closure is just fender washers and a brad. I sell those in my shop, and then I just added some baker's twine on there. I add a little metal rim tag that says open if you dare, and then this is just inside is just some tags, and again I attached them onto a treasury tag that I rusted. This is one of my favorite digital prints. I don't know if y'all are aware, but I've mentioned in the past that I had triplets. So the number 3 is very special to me. And these 3 little girls, I think, are just so precious that I like to include it in them. And then these are just, again, those dictionary tags. It says witch, spooky, let's see, a haunt, scary, frightening, and then ghost. And then I just thought, you could put anything in the little tag here, but you could use those throughout your journal. So that is the journal. It will be for sale in my Etsy shop. I would appreciate if you would leave me a comment, if you tell me if you're interested in the sewing clips, and just maybe your thoughts. And it will be for sale in my Etsy shop. I do appreciate your time. Thank you very much.